Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's children could lose out on royal titles when Prince Charles becomes king. Reacting to reports the couple are upset by the future king's plans, a constitutional expert has claimed they must have ample awareness of how royal laws work. Prince Harry, 36, and Meghan Markle, 39, are said to be upset Prince Charles' reported plans for a slimmed-down monarchy could mean their children Archie Harrison and baby Lilibet miss out on royal titles. As great-grandchildren of the Queen, neither Lily nor Archie received titles at birth but were expected to become a prince and princess when their grandfather Charles ascends the throne. However, it has long been reported that Charles intends to cut the number of working members royals when he takes the crown and opts for a slimmed-down monarchy instead. This has prompted speculation that despite Archie and Lily's place as 7th and 8th in the line to the throne, they could miss out on getting HRH styles and prince and princess titles. A source said, Harry and Meghan were told Archie would never be a prince, even when Charles becomes king. Reacting to rumors Charles intends to deprive the Sussex children of titles, one constitutional expert has claimed Meghan and Harry would be amply aware of future plans for the monarchy and of the King George V letters patent which dictates which royals get them. Constitutional expert Ian McMarthan told Express.co.uk, as the Sussex imbroglio continues to fester, the focus is again on who gets to call themselves what and when, and a letters patent issued by George V in 1917. Increasingly these letters patent are becoming misconstrued and taken out with their original context as this debate rumbles on. From time immemorial the monarch of the day has used letters patent to determine titles, and Elizabeth II is no exception. Ironically, letters patent before and after 1917 have often run contrary, at some point, to the terms of the 1917 letters patent. Explaining the piece of law that dictates which royals get titles, Mr. McMarthan added, George V issued two sets of letters patent in 1917, one changing the house and family name from the Germanic Saxe, Coburg, Gotha to Windsor, and the other, the 1917 letters patent being most spoken about today, which stripped all German relations of their British titles, and British relations of their German titles. In addition he permitted his children to marry British commoners, and, important for the present debate, determined and limited who would enjoy the style HRH and the title princess or prince. Both sets of letters patent were however a response to anti-German sentiments during the Great War, and a need for the monarchy to appear more British and in touch with the masses, facts that are either being forgotten or overlooked. During their March interview with Oprah Winfrey, the Sussexes seemed to suggest their son Archie was unfairly stopped from becoming a prince when his royal Cambridge cousins were. However, Mr. McMarthan has claimed the Sussexes would be aware of why Prince William's children had been given titles and not theirs. The expert added, since 1917 George V's letters patent seem to have taken on a life that is hard to believe was ever imagined, and have come to be considered as some mythical founding document of the modern monarchy. This is simply erroneous. Elizabeth II has twice modified George V's 1917 letters patent, first when she created the Duke of Edinburgh a prince in 1957, and again in 2012 to ensure all Prince William's children would be HRHs and princess or prince from birth. Charles will able to decide whether or not he wishes to amend the letters patent as king, and his plans for a smaller firm have been known for decades, Mr. McMarthan explained. He added, letters patent are not set in stone, accordingly it is imaginable that they will again be modified to suit necessity and circumstance, and when Prince Charles is king it will be his right to make any changes he wishes for the good of the institution. The issue today is that two quite separate matters are being incorrectly and mischievously conflated. For decades now Prince Charles has let it be known he is in favor of a slim-line monarchy which means fewer working royals and, by default HRHs, and this was signaled to the world at large during the Diamond Jubilee celebrations in 2012 when, with the Queen, his wife, his two sons, and his daughter-in-law, he appeared on the balcony without any other family members. The expert claimed that if anyone's children were truly being deprived of royal titles then it would be Sophie Wessex and Prince Edward's offspring who have been raised without them in order to afford them more privacy. The expert added, additionally, it should be kept in mind that if anyone is being denied their rights by the 1917 letters patent, and presently, it is the children of the Earl and Countess of Wessex, who, despite being HRHs and a princess and prince, do not use these styles. The Earl and Countess took the view that burdening their children with these titles could restrict their life choices which would be unfair given there was no expectation that they would be working royals, much like any children of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. According to Mr. McMarthan, Harry would be perfectly aware of the rules around titles having been raised within the firm. He added, the existence of the 1917 letters patent, together with these past events and future intentions, had been in play long before the Duke of Sussex married or the births of his children, the Earl of Dumbarton and the Lady Lilibet Mountbatten, Windsor, otherwise Archie and Lili. The expert concluded, these are facts which the Duke could reasonably be presumed to have cognizance of through living and growing up in the royal family. And in respect of the 1917 letters patent specifically, it would appear, courtesy of their Oprah interview, that both the Duke and Duchess were amply aware of their existence, despite being obviously unsure and confused as to who issued them and their implications.